Hello, welcome to the Ginger Geek Show. So, Luke Skywalker is a huge, big part of the Star Wars saga. And he's also come to some controversy, especially of a very recent movie of Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Not just with the fans, but also Mark Hamill himself, who's been very vocal of how he's felt Luke Skywalker was treated in the said movie. Though, could he maybe have said that when they were in the writing process? But today I want to talk about, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really huge on what they did with Luke Skywalker either. I thought it was a bit of a... I liked some things I didn't like. With Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, you either love him or hate him in that movie, but I'm just in the middle. I think some things worked, some things did not work, and that's what I want to talk about. This video is just going to be how I think they should have handled Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. And starting off is his kind of opening scene. The way the scene opens with Rey giving Luke Skywalker his lightsaber, you know, the symbol of his... the start of his journey. Luke looks at it and you can see that he's struggling to look at it because it's a part of this whole journey that he's had, and he's obviously clearly struggling with it. He's looking at it, he's thinking, oh, what should I do? And he gets the lightsaber, and what does he do? Oh god, it's such a good moment. He takes the lightsaber, you know, a symbolism of the start of his journey, and chucks it away. I was like, god, this is just fantastic. This really is. That's not what should have happened. This is what should have happened. When Rey comes up to him, he gives the lightsaber. He looks at it, and he's like, oh god, I'm struggling with this. And simply, he just walks away from it. That's how the scene should have worked. This whole trying to implement this kind of comedy clearly failed, because every cinema screen I was in, everyone else has obviously commented about it. They're just kind of like, oh, that's not right. That's weird to me. The many other things that seem to happen with things I do like about him. I don't mind the whole hermit thing stuff of Luke living like kind of rough and rugged and all that. I don't mind that stuff. I don't really like him when he's like drinking green milk out of an alien's teat, who clearly looks almost abused and really not loving the experience of this happening. I'd cut that stuff out. Stop making, like, we get it. Like, a great example is what they did with Logan in the movie Logan. He's downbeat, but he doesn't do like weird things. It's like, it'd be like saying if you saw like Hugh Jackman snorting cocaine or something like that in the Logan movie. It just wouldn't work. And through the course of the movie, Rey is trying to connect obviously with Luke to get him to train and all that. But it's so forced. It doesn't feel natural the way kind of Luke and Yoda, like, they take a bit of time to really kind of develop a little bit more, and here it just feels like Rey literally just says a line, it's like, I need you now, we need to fight people and all that, and obviously Luke's a bit like, well, no, I'm okay, why should I suddenly just help you out all of a sudden? I don't care. What I don't like, Luke Skywalker, we shouldn't be having Luke killing children. I'm like, why are we doing this? This is just feeding the whole grey Jedi stuff, which I hate. I hate that concept. To me, it should only just be Jedi Sith, and that's it. That whole idea of, oh, a Jedi could just have some bad moments and all that, it's an insult to the character. I hate that stuff where they insinuate Luke was going to kill Kylo and all that, and it's like, we've had that with Anakin, we've had that concept of someone being dark. Why are we doing it again? There's no need for it. There really is not just any need for doing that with this character, especially of the character of Luke, because Anakin was always kind of deemed as like he had issues and problems and all that. Luke never really did. Luke was very much the good old charmer, you know, the good old American boy that he is. And no need for that. There's no need to try and like make him like be like that. Other stuff I would like, I wish they developed more and seen more. I wish we had like a different timeline almost with Luke. I wish we saw him in the Jedi Temple and actually being a Jedi Master. We never got that. The real crescendo of it all, frankly, is obviously at the end where he comes out and he's all looking a little bit younger, and he comes out and he's going to fight, you know, the First Order, and got himself a haircut and he dyed his hair as well. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know why people were already thinking like, oh wow, how did he do this? How did he get his blue lights out? I'm sorry, if you really didn't think that was a vision or whatever at first when you saw that, that's crazy that you actually maybe thought that was Luke. That's also a problem. It wasn't Luke, whether you like it or not. It wasn't really him being there. And I would love that. I would have loved it if we finally had this moment to see Luke Skywalker be a proper full-on power of... I would have loved it if we just had Luke standing there and he's looking at those AT whatever to sell toys, and Luke just literally puts up his hand and he crushes him and he just breaks him apart and he swings about. I would have loved to have seen that. I'd loved it if you saw it was in Force Unleashed games. I'd loved it if like Luke brought down like a Star Destroyer and all that kind of stuff. I want to see proper. We finally got some build up of Luke, and then we got to the point of we're going to see him as the Jedi Master, and we got none of it. That last stuff should have been Luke with the green lightsaber as well. Why? Right, okay, the blue lightsaber, which still makes no sense, because even if we're trying to say Luke of this kind of vision is meant to be him, you know, like I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years before this movie, when he's actually in the Jedi Temple and all that, then why does he have the blue lightsaber then, really, when you think about it? It just makes... I'd rather have these green lightsaber, personally. I think that just would look visually better to me, because obviously that's what we would have. But I wish we had like a proper good, like... don't get me wrong, I don't want anything like Yoda jumping about shit and all that. I would have liked something like a proper actual fight against, like... This is his last stand. His last stand was really just him sitting, just looking at a sky, because, you know, this is where the good writing comes in here, because he wanted to die in front of two suns instead of actually maybe dying and helping you know, helping out and all that. A little bit like what ObiWan did, like when you know, he's tried to keep Vader off so the Millennium Falcon and Luke, Han and Leia can get away. But no, Luke just will just sit there, you know, and just hope for the best. I mean, it might be okay, you know, who knows. I would have had Luke, like, I don't mind, like, I get it, make him a little bit of a hermit, but don't make him so cold and calculating. It's like, that's not Luke. I don't care, oh, he's aged and he's like all that kind of stuff. Don't make the character just feel an absolute bore to like, because the problem is, now because of Last Jedi, we've never seen Luke in his proper full-on power Jedi Master ways, and that's a shame, really. But I'd like to know what you guys think. It was a wee video I just wanted to talk about. I wish Luke was done, but we saw more of the powers. He wasn't such of a hermit. He was a little bit more warmer, I guess, and all that. And it's like, why are you writing him like this? He shouldn't be written in this way, to me. He should be written more, alright, he's been through so much and all that, right? I get that, but it's like, don't write him so miserable and downbeat. And like, I think it's also a bit of a shame of people in real life. Is this what happens when you get old? You just hate everything. I mean, this and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, it's like, Christ, is that what happens when you get older? You hate life. I mean, I hate life now, so what am I going to be like when I'm older? But hey, comment down below and tell me what you think, right? I'd love to know what you think about, like, Luke Skywalker. I mean, he seems to be as controversial figure. As it says, Mark Hamill didn't even like what they did with Last Jedi, but I'd like to know what you think. Comment down below. More videos in the future. See you later.